Number 22. Write the equation in slope-intercept form, then find the slope and y-intercept of the line. So writing the equation in slope-intercept form requires me to solve for y. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. I'll get 2y equals negative 5x plus 2. Then I'm going to divide everything by 2, and I'll get y equals negative 5x plus 1. That means my slope is going to be negative 5 over 2, and my y-intercept is going to be 1. And that's going to be my answer. 23, it says graph the equation. So we need to put this in slope-intercept form first. So solving this for y, subtract 3x on both sides, we get 4y equals negative 3x plus 24. Divide everything by 4, we'll get y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 6. 6 being the y-intercept, and negative 3 over 4 being m. So let's graph it on Math Excel. So graphing it, I'm going to start at 6, and then I'm going to go down 3, and to the right 4, because my slope is negative 3 over 4. And that's going to be my answer. Number 24, it says find the slope and y-intercept of the line shown below. It's a horizontal line, so the slope is always 0. Y-intercept, we see it crosses at negative 5, so my answer is going to be negative 5. Number 25 says find the slope and y-intercept of the line shown. The slope, if you pick 2 points, will go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 over 6 becomes 1/2, so the slope is positive 1/2. Y-intercept is down here at negative 3, so it's going to be 0, negative 3. That's my answer for number 25. Number 26, it says, what are the intercepts of 2x plus y equals 4? So, to find a y-intercept, we substitute in 0 for x, and that'll just give me y equals 4, so the y-intercept is 0, 4. For the x-intercept, I substitute in 0 for y, which gives me 2x equals 4, divide both sides by 2, and x equals 2, and the x-intercept would be 2, 0. So now I graph both of those. 0, 4 would be right here. 2, 0 would be right here. Connect the points, and there is your line for number 26. Number 27 is asking you to solve the following system. So for the first equation, I graph it by starting at the y-intercept of 5, going up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. The second line, I start at y-intercept of 5, and I go down 1, 2, 3 over 1. So check answer, and that is correct. Now the solution is where they intersect, so that's the coordinate. So they intersect at 0, 5. So 0, 5 with parentheses will be the solution. Number 33, it says solve the system by elimination. So what we're going to do is try to eliminate one of the variables. So I see I need to make either both of these the same or both of these the same but different signs. If I try to get rid of the x's, I can make them both 8, and I can make this negative 8 by multiplying by negative 2. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 2. And I'll have negative 8x minus 6y equals negative 4. Now I'm going to add. So adding them, I'll get 0 on this side equals negative 4 on this side. 0 does not equal negative 4. So that means that there is no solution. And that's your answer for 33. Number 34, determine whether the graphs of the given equations are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. We look at the slopes. They are different signs. So that means they're not parallel. They're not reciprocals, so it won't be perpendicular, even though it's negative and one's positive. So it will be neither for number 34. Number 35, it says determine whether the graphs of the given equations are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So these are both horizontal lines, and horizontal lines, unless they're coinciding lines, are parallel to each other. So they are parallel lines. Number 37, it says factor the following expression, which is x squared plus 13x plus 42. So we write down a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 13, and c is 42, and ac is 42, and b is 13. So we need two numbers that multiply to 42 but add up to 13. Those two numbers are 7 and 6. 7 times 6 is 42, and 7 plus 6 is 13. So since a is 1, all we do is write x plus 7 times x plus 6. That's the answer for number 37. Number 40, factor out the greatest common factor. So that's the number we can divide into both of these. The largest number we can divide into both of these is 5. And we can also take out an x. So 5x. Divide both of these by 5x. 10x squared divided by 5x is 2x. Negative 15x divided by 5 is negative 3. So my answer is going to be 5x times 2x minus 3. And that's your answer for number 40. Number 42, it says factor the expression completely. The first thing we do is see if there's a GCF. And there is. We can divide each of the terms by 7. So divide it all out by 7, we're left with x squared minus x minus 6. So we're going to factor just the x squared minus x minus 6 from there. So write down a, b, and c. A is 1, b is negative 1, c is negative 6, and ac is negative 6. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 6, but add up to negative 1. So two numbers that multiply to negative 6, but add up to negative 1 are negative 3 and 2. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, and negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Now we just write, since a is 1, x minus 3 times x plus 2, and then we put the GCF in front, and that would be the final answer. And that's number 42. Going to 44, it says multiply the monomials. So we just multiply all the numbers in front of each other, and then add all the exponents. So we'll have 4 times negative 3 times 6 is negative 72. Add the exponents, 2 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. So the answer is negative 72, x to the 9. Number 45 says simplify the radical expression. So we need to look for the largest perfect square factor of 18. That would be 9, because 9 times 2 is 18. So we write the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. The square root of 9 is going to be 3. So your answer is going to be 3 radical 2. And that's number 45.